I'm Norman Robinson, and welcome to Affordable Housing Matters. Are you looking for a new home or the latest remodeling trends? Well, look no further. The Home Builders Association 2022 Parade of Homes is underway, and we will have this year's chairperson here to discuss what new innovative housing trends are available. Also on today's show, we continue to prepare ourselves for hurricane season. SBP USA will be here to discuss how you can stay prepared throughout the season. We have a great show planned for you today, so don't go far. The 2022 Parade of Homes, brought to you by the Home Builders Association of Greater New Orleans, is a showcase of the latest home designs and trends in the Greater New Orleans area. Joining me now to discuss what you will see this year is the 2022 chairperson of the Parade of Homes, Miss Mary Kelly. And Miss Kelly, welcome to Affordable Housing Matters.
Thank you, Norman. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's nice to have you. Tell us about the Home Builders Association of Greater New Orleans.
The Home Builders Association of Greater New Orleans is presenting the 2022 Parade of Homes this year, starting tomorrow. And it's going to be a 2-weekend event. It's free, open to the public, and it's from 1 to 5. And
why is that so significant?
Because this is an opportunity for all our top builders in the area to show their craftsmanship, to show what they can do, and to help people that are looking for houses, which is a lot these days. It helps them, you know, get ideas, and it helps them to find builders to build for them.
And where are the homes being constructed?
We have 14 homes we're featuring this year, and they will be across Orleans, Jefferson, and Plaquemine Parish.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is. We've got 8 on the East Bank, 5 on the West Bank.
And what about, you know, Lakeview, Bucktown, those areas?
We've got 1 out in Kenner. We've got 1 in, I will call Deep Metairie, 2 in Old Metairie, 2 in Lakeview, and then we've got 5 on the West Bank, 4 in Belle Chase, and 1 in Wackerman.
You intrigued me. So I gotta ask, what's Deep Metairie?
Like Power Boulevard and West Esplanade.
Okay.
Almost to Kenner.
See, I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
That's what I like about this job. I learn something new every time I do it. And so what are the new design trends for this year? Wow.
Well, palettes, color palettes are going from grays and whites to more natural, to more neutral, natural tones. You're going to see a lot of natural textures, stone, marble, rope, 3D trim work, a lot of just you know, warm stuff, or it's going extreme minimalism.
So what do we talk about when we say extreme minimalism? I'm thinking a room that's totally devoid of any furniture or anything.
Blacks.
Oh.
White. You know, table, light fixture. That's it. You know, just very minimalist. Not a lot of the furniture is not very ornate. There's not a lot of tchotchke stuff about. It is very minimalist.
So which audience, or should I say demographic, are you projecting this kind of trend toward when you talk about a very minimalist kind of look or trend?
You know, anybody from all ages. I will say that compared to the past, there is not what's different about today is that there's not a societal pressure to conform to any particular fashion or trend. Today's culture actually celebrates freedom of expression and creativity. So you've got, you know, you don't have to be part of the group. You can have your own individual stuff. And individual fashion and trend they're encouraged rather than suppressed. You know, you can, it doesn't really matter where you live or who you are or how old you are. Anybody can do anything. And you'll see some of the houses from room to room. We have very minimalist bathroom, and the master bedroom is French cottage. Yeah. So, and I think the builder is giving you a taste of everything that they can do. You know, so you'll be able to say, I love this, but I'm going to do my bathroom a different way, or I love the bathroom and I want to do the bedroom a different way. It's a free-for-all.
So it's sort of like fashion, the world of fashion, you know.
Exactly, the world of fashion. My daughter is a fashion writer, and there's no one fashion trend. 60s, it was the mini skirts. 70s, it was the long maxis. Anything. You can do anything, and you can see that in today's fashion. And that's where decor gets, they kind of take off from fashion. Fashion is all over the place, all over the board. You could wear anything and be very chic.
Yes, like my wife told me this morning, don't wear your plaid with your with the Glen pad. Don't wear your story. I said, listen, I just want to be different. I don't want to be orthodox. I want to be unorthodox. So that's what we're seeing when we talk about you know, what the trend is in housing. What about the area of the house where people are most likely to gather in? Because I know one time it was the kitchen, right? The kitchen was a big deal. So is there a place where most people these days are gathering in the house, aside from the, what do they call it, the family room?
I don't know what it is in other parts of the country, but it's always the kitchen down in New Orleans. Always. And that's, I would think that's where it is across the country. And so you do have open-aired spaces. You have open floor plans. You have houses that are going to be open to the outdoors, bringing that outdoors in. You're going to see a variety of different innovations and the new styles in residential construction. You know, you're going to see stuff that will resonate with any builder, any buyer, affordable housing or, you know, $3 million house.
Well, since this is the affordable housing show, let's talk about affordable housing.
Okay.
What's there for a person who's interested in something that would be more along the lines of affordable housing?
Affordable housing in today's market, unfortunately, is so subjective. However, being a person, a single mom, that really resonates with me. I believe that there are two homes that will really resonate with those people that are looking to purchase a home. We have two houses. However, the builders can take any of their homes and you can say, I love the way this looks in this room, and they can build a house to your scale so that it is affordable to you. So don't go into one of the larger homes and think, I'll never be able to afford this. Pick it apart, find the pieces that you like, and ask the builder to build that. So
go take your little notepad and your pencil and take some notes and find a builder to talk to, because what I'm getting from you is that the builders will be on location and they will be accessible to the people who are coming to view the parade of homes.
Yes, builders will be there, and their team of lenders, designers, and real estate professionals you should be able to talk to.
So we've been talking about construction. What about renovation?
Renovation, same thing. One of the houses is a full renovation.
Oh, really?
85%, yes. So that's really exciting because you will be able to see the street that it's on and kind of get an idea of what, you know, those should look like, and wait till you see what this builder has done. It's amazing.
Wow.
2 master baths.
Oh, 2?
In the master bedroom,
Yeah.
2 masters, one for her, one for him.
Oh, that's likely to keep the marriage together for a long time, because most people say, what makes a marriage last? And I always say 2 bathrooms, separate bathrooms.
You are so right. Absolutely, absolutely. And if you want more information, you can visit the HBA's website, hbagno.org/Parade of Homes, or you can download the app from the Apple Store or Google Play. It'll give you locations, all the information about the builders, and you can see the tour virtually. If you can't get out in the next 2 weekends, however, it will not start until July 25th, because we really want you to come out in person. You really want to touch and feel and see everything in person. Take tons of pictures if the builder allows you to do that. But that'll start July 25th on the app.
So how do I find out if a builder, because I'm the curious type, and I like to see stuff, and I like to document what I see. How do I find out if a builder is agreeable, for, picture taking of his or her?
It will be posted at the front door.
I see.
It will be posted, no photography.
I see. So it's not something that's going to surprise me.
No, no, not at all. You will know going in, like, this is a home that does not allow photography. And we have to appreciate and respect that builder. He has his brand that he is trying to protect, and he's a very well-known builder. We love him, and so there's no photography allowed in there, because some of these homes do belong to very, I'll say, famous people, and I got a little information for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
It sounds like a surprise coming?
It is. One of the homes is owned by a beloved Saints player.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And we're saying beloved because we're keeping the identity anonymous at this point.
Yes, yes. Okay. But he's very popular, beloved, and he owns one of the houses. So you're going to have to take the tour and go to each house to find out which one it is, because it's possible that he may be there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, this is really a bonus.
Yes. We're so excited. We're so excited this year. This year is just going to be fantastic. And last year I told you I was amazed at everything they've done. Again, amazing, amazing stuff. Just stuff you wouldn't even think of, and you just walk in and I'm like, oh my God, how did he come up with that?
Yeah. Can we say what area of town this is in? We can't talk about that either. Oh my God, you have just teased us to no end. You've piqued our curiosity. Lastly, though, we've talked about affordable housing, and we've talked about the parade of homes in general. But what about renting versus owning? Because we know we are in an era that's economically and financially challenging.
That is so funny that you said that. My daughter lives in Manhattan, so of course she rents.
Yes.
And she said, somebody said that my age group will never own a house because we eat too much avocado toast.
And drink too much Starbucks.
Right. Which I hope that's not true, because I do think that owning a home is a really great financial decision. Renting is not bad, but there are so many opportunities and so many great mortgage companies that if you didn't think you could, they will find a way to get you a house. Start small, do some design, just paint. Paint does wonders. And there are so many homes for sale, Find one that you love, set a goal and go for it. Mortgage companies they're bending over backwards to get people into houses, and I really do think it's a great financial decision.
So what I hear you saying is, because of the economic hardships, is no reason to give up on the
No reason at all. No reason at all. There is a home for everybody. It may not be in the location that you want, but you just start there, and then you put some work into it, put it on the market, sell it. Put some work into it, put it on the market, sell it. And you just move to where you want to be.
All right, you've given us some good information, and you've been very encouraging in terms of telling our viewers about, keeping their hope alive for finding that home, because we know that home ownership builds wealth.
It really does.
Yeah. Mary Kelly, chairperson of this year's Parade of Homes.
Thanks, Norman.
Hope to see you on the parade.
Yes.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hurricane season is underway, and the time is now to be prepared for anything that may come our way. When we return, we will sit down with an organization looking to fortify people against unnecessary suffering in the wake of natural disasters. More Affordable Housing Matters when we return. Don't go far.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back. SBP, formerly known as the St. Bernard Project, works to prevent the suffering caused by natural disasters. Their goal is to shrink the time between disasters through 5 interventions: rebuilding, sharing, preparing, advising, and advocating. And joining me now to discuss this multifaceted plan is the Executive Director of SBP New Orleans, Mr. Kenneth Morgan. Mr. Morgan, thank you for being here to talk with us on Affordable Housing Matters.
Thank you so much for having me.
And your hands are really full with the beginning of hurricane season.
Yes.
And people, understandably, are very concerned about an active storm season. So what are you doing to allay those concerns?
Yeah, thank you. We have been informed that this is going to be a really active season this year, and we are entering that season of activity, right? August, as we know, has historically been a really active year. Ida, Katrina, and so on. And so what we've been really doing is encouraging individuals to prepare, understanding the risks that you have, understanding that your finances are important, creating a plan. So we've worked with AT&T to create what we have is the Equipped app. So it's EQUIQP, sorry. And what that Equipped app is it helps people understand their plan. And so we have customizable plans there. It gives you tools and resources of all the things that you need to do in preparation of that storm. And then it also gives you resources of what we can do after a storm, how to mitigate your risk and how to avoid contractor fraud and finding available funding when it's eligible for you. And so we're doing a lot of things. We're also contacting our current clients to make sure that we're tarping their roofs and preparing for an active storm season. And last week we had a tabletop just to understand what is our resources, what are our preparation for a storm season as well, and what are we able to do. And so we're trying to do a lot more, but really encouraging communities to prepare and plan before a storm.
So when you say you're reaching out to your active clients, who are these active clients, and what's their condition?
Yeah, we have a lot of elderly and veteran clients right now. And so these are individuals who are often underserved. These are underinsured individuals. And so we're supporting them with tarping their roofs. We're supporting them with creating plans and just really making sure they have an evacuation route, where they're going, talking to their family members and what resources are available to them. But that's who our clients are. They're here in New Orleans as well as in Southeast Louisiana, in Houma. I don't think that a lot of us realize the impact that Hurricane Ida had on the Houma community and the Terrebonne Parish community. And so preparing those individuals for a new storm year.
So that's what I was going to next. A lot of these techniques you're talking about grew out of the experience that we had with Ida. Is that not true?
That is true. So we've learned from our lessons in the past, and so one of those is the FEMA Appeals program that we talked about recently. We realized that after Hurricane Ida, people were not getting their just served, right? They were not getting the evaluations, they were not getting the payments out from FEMA that they deserved, and so we started this FEMA Appeals process to really appeal what they were getting and to appeal how much the funding that was coming to them for their home. So a great story that I love to tell, we had a young lady in Houma who did a FEMA appeal. She was awarded $7,000. When we went and assessed her home, the damage to her home was over $30,000, but FEMA only paid out $7,000 to rebuild that home. Through our FEMA appeal process, we worked with FEMA to really show them the scope, show them the damage that happened to that home, and she was able to get a second award that was up to $36,000 to really rebuild those processes. But to your point, this was all grown out of the lessons that we learned after Hurricane Ida.
So how does one access this information? How does one find you? How do we get hold of SBP?
Yes, you can visit our website, which is www.sbpusa.org. You could definitely call us at 504-277-6831. And we have people standing by. We're answering phones. We're calling people back just to give them some type of support and resources. And you don't have to have rebuild services with us to access our FEMA appeals process. So you can do FEMA appeals and you can find a subcontractor, or you can work with us to do your rebuild services as well.
Explain what's involved in rebuild services.
Yes, so with our rebuild services, we are trying to ensure that people have a house that is safe, sanitary, and secure. And so a number of the clients that we're working with had roof damage after Hurricane Ida, and so we're helping them repair their roofs and sometimes giving new roofs. We're doing flooring, we're doing mucking and gutting, new drywalls, and really helping to rebuild the home. And we're using our philanthropic dollars and our volunteers to do that as well. So really helping people get back to their pre-Ida conditions.
Okay, and you say volunteers. How many volunteers do you have in your Rolodex? I use that term because I'm old school.
Yeah, we are always constantly looking for volunteers. Our goal is to have at least 20 volunteers every single day on different projects, but we're always looking for volunteers. To date, I think this organization has worked with over 120,000 volunteers since 2000. Nationwide since 2006, and so we're super excited about that. Construction costs is extremely high, especially now more than ever. So our volunteers are helping us mitigate some of that cost and rebuilding faster and quicker.
How do you volunteer in the greater New Orleans area?
How do we volunteer? So you can definitely visit our website and sign up to be a volunteer. We teach you everything you need to know, so you can just come in not knowing much. We'll teach you how to be safe. We'll teach you how to protect yourselves. And if you can hold a hammer, you can volunteer on one of our sites.
You have to be able to hold a hammer.
If you can hold a hammer, we can volunteer. We can help you build roofs. We can help you build walls, put ground down. We can help you with anything. All you got to do is hold a hammer.
I was thinking more like walking around telling people what to do. How do you reduce your recovery time after going through something like Ida? What do you do? I mean, what's the first thing you do? I mean, a lot of people were away from the places they had evacuated to. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think the first step is having a plan. Before you leave is you always prepare, and so you take pictures, you make sure you have everything that you need, and when you come back, first thing you do is you call your insurance company and you start that process sooner. We have encouraged all of our clients to make sure that they have homeowner insurance, flood insurance, and so on. That is so important, especially during storm season. And so having that plan and then reaching out to your insurance company is the first thing that you should do. That sometimes can take a longer process, but we are the people who are here to support with closing that gap. A lot of our clients are underinsured, and so how do we support them get home sooner so that they're not suffering and wondering, how am I going to pay this? I got a small check from my homeowner insurance. What am I going to do now? It's our job to support you with moving forward.
What about the contracting process? Are you able to help people, especially elderly clients who might not be how should you say, that astute when it comes to reaching out to find help? Are you able to supply any kind of assistance to them?
Yes. So we work a lot with veterans, and one of the veteran stories that we have is a man, 99 years old, Mr. Lonzo. Mr. Lonzo was a victim of contractor fraud after Hurricane Katrina, and then had damage to his home after Hurricane Ida. And so he's working with us to rebuild his home. And so we are finding the subcontractors, we are finding all of those individuals. All he has to do is sit there and support us just a little bit. And his family, his daughter, loves to come out and help with painting the walls and everything. But that's all you really have to do. We will take control of all of that and support you.
And as far as the insurance companies, from my experience with adjusters during Hurricane Katrina, the insurance companies contract or subcontract the adjusting to people who might not be that proficient in adjusting. So how do you help people who are saddled with it's an unkind word, but it's true, and I experienced it, incompetent adjusters?
Yeah, that is so true. And one of the things that we do before we take on any client is that we have a construction crew that walks the site, and we build a scope and estimate ourselves on how much this is going to cost, what is the damage, and we're able to give you that scope that you can go back to your insurance company and say, hey, your adjuster said this, but this is what the people who are doing the work have said that this home is going to need. On a national level, we're advocating with federal governments right now to do more, right? How do we do more for individuals who are getting underserved because we are subcontracting out adjusters who are not really familiar with what's happening? A case I just heard about on yesterday, an adjuster came to someone's home, walked around the home, decided that it wasn't that much damage, but never went inside to saw the floor was messed up, the interior, the chandelier had fell down. So there was so much damage that happened inside that home that they didn't see because they just walked around. So we're advocating of, like, we have to do a better job at this.
Yeah, I had an adjuster walk through my home after Hurricane Katrina, and he said, well, what happened here? Did somebody vandalize your home? I said, sir, have you ever had the experience of a home that has been destroyed by a flood from a hurricane?
Yeah.
This is storm surge.
Yeah, it's really interesting. But like the other thing I think that we experienced during Hurricane Katrina is right after the storm, so many people came down here, so many people saying that they could be adjusters, so many contractors and organizations came down to support people, but they didn't do that good of a job, right? But that is something that we always experience. Is right after a storm, everyone comes to where the cameras is. And what we have tried to do is say that we're going to be here after the cameras leave, and we're going to go to communities who the cameras have never seen before.
So you are a storm disaster recovery expert. And my question is, do I have to meet a certain income level to get your services?
Yeah, so we work with low to moderate income families and people who are under and uninsured. So we're working with the most vulnerable communities and those who are often left behind. There's a number of resources through the state and through so on for people who have means, but we're working with those who don't have means and who need that additional support.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure that you've been very helpful to those viewers who might need some service after we've experienced a disaster that we hope won't happen this hurricane season.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Kenneth Morgan.
Thank you so much for having me.
Director of SBP. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That will do it for us here on today's show. We would again like to thank Mr. Kenneth Morgan and Ms. Mary Kelly for joining us on today's program. And remember, if you would like to watch or rewatch any of our past programs, please point your camera towards the QR code on the screen, and it will take you to the WLAE-TV YouTube page. There you can like our programming and subscribe to our channel, so you will never, ever miss an episode again. Thank you again for joining us today. I'm Norman Robinson, and we will see you next time on Affordable Housing Matters.